Hi guys, this is my first commentated video, so please bear with me. Today we're going to be talking about which 4th job buff is the better buff to use. So what we have is Dark Crescendo and Darkness Sorcery. What Darkness Sorcery does is it increases damage by 40%. So in case the translation about final damage is a little bit wonky, what that means is overall damage is increased by 40%. So if you were to do 100,000 damage, you'd be doing 140,000 damage, which is really nice. In Dark Crescendo, what that says it does is it increases damage by 2% up to 5 times. So right off the bat, I'm not exactly sure what the variables are in terms of what's going to be changing as you add skill points, but to me it seems like it's going to be the increased damage and maybe the amount of times that's going to be increased, but that's just speculation and we're going to find out once I max it. So, Darkness Sorcery, let's test out the damage with Apocalypse. So with Apocalypse I do 40,000 per line, so that's pretty solid. With Dark Sorcery, that changes to 55,000. So it literally is 40% more damage, which is really nice. It's probably one of the better buffs out there in Pocket Maplestory, but does that really matter? No, because it's bound to Luminous. So there's really no other way for me to max Dark Crescendo other than to reset my skill points, so I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna keep Magic Mastery, Spell Mastery, and High Wisdom the same just because it increases attack, intelligence, and critical attack percent, which all increase damage, so I want to keep those consistent so that I can accurately compare whether or not Dark Crescendo is better than Darkness Sorcery. So we know that Darkness Sorcery with the buff makes my damage with Apocalypse about 55,000, so we'll keep that in mind. Yeah, so I'll meet you guys back when I max Dark Crescendo and we'll see what that's all about. Okay, so I'm almost done maxing Dark Crescendo, and what it seems to be doing is the amount of times that the increased damage can be stacked. Every 3 levels it increases by 1, so 13, 3 points, 14, and 15. So just looking at it, it's obviously not going to be better because the amount of times that it can be stacked is 15 times, but for only 2% damage, which is like nothing. Adding that all up, it's going to be 30% damage. And it's not even final damage, which increases overall damage, or it might be, I'm not sure. But just looking at it, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that great, but we'll test it out. So I maxed Magic Mastery, Apocalypse as my skill. I forgot to mention that Dark Magic Enhancement was the skill that I used previously, so yes, I put points in that. And I put Spell Mastery and High Wisdom as well, so let's check if the damage is the same. Yeah, it's 39,000, so okay, so that's Dark Crescendo. So I have to use this skill 15 times for it to be optimized, which is not exactly ideal. Slowly increasing. Is it even increasing? It's so little, 2%. Ugh. I feel like it's not increasing. Does it even work? Maybe I can use this one. 80% chance of increasing damage by 2%. Each time a magic attack hits for 180 seconds. It starts with stack 1. Oh, dang it. I'm not exactly sure if this is even doing anything. Hold on, let me test this out before I show you guys. Okay, so I've been testing out whether or not, or rather how the skill works, and it doesn't seem to be working at all, so I don't know. Maybe the skill is just faulty, but in any case, we know that the attributes for max Dark Crescendo is 2% damage up to 15 times. So we have a max damage output of 30%, which compared to Darkness Sorcery, it's not worth it at all. So I think we know what the answer is for whether or not Dark Crescendo or Darkness Sorcery is better, and Darkness Sorcery is better. It's depressing. I wasted candies for this. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe for more videos and guides. See ya!